Good afternoon. In this session, we are going to discuss about the benefits of honey. Honey is actually considered to be sweet and it has a slightly astringent taste according to Ayurveda. But the market available honey, what we actually find out, or the adulterated one, only has a sweet taste. The astringent is missing. So this is actually one of the way in which we can find out the pure honey. Is that at the end of the taste, after eating honey, in the end we then generally tend to find a slight astringent taste. So this is one of the methods to find out the purity of honey. Secondly, honey according to Ayurveda has this drying effect. It tends to scrape the excess fat and the excess kapha in the body is scraped out by regular usage of honey. Also, honey is useful in disorders of kapha and pitta, doshas according to Ayurveda. Also, honey has a tendency to enhance complexion, intellect, and it is also excellent for the eyes. Due to its scraping effect, it tends to clear the channels of kapha and hence it increases the perception of taste. This honey is also useful in skin diseases. It promotes the healing of wounds. So any kind of mouth ulcers we have or external wounds, in such kind of cases, honey along with ghee can be used in those ulcer areas. That can be helping us to heal the ulcers. Also, one of the common misconception which is associated with honey is that taking a glass of hot water with honey and lemon. But there's a problem with it. There's a fact that according to Ayurveda, honey should never be heated, nor is it to be mixed with any kind of hot substances. So it generally becomes a poison when it is mixed with any kind of hot substances or when honey is heated. Hence, it is better to avoid such kind of things. Instead, for weight loss, one can try honey with plain water, or else at the end of every meal, one can have the habit of eating honey at the end of a meal. Another misconception associated with honey is that it cannot be used in diabetes, but it is not so. Honey is useful even in diabetes provided it's pure honey and not the adulterated one. So this pure honey, generally it tends to have a good effect on the sugar, on the diabetes. So generally a teaspoon of amla juice with a little bit of turmeric added to it and honey can be mixed and taken on daily basis. This helps in reducing the diabetes levels. Due to its fat scraping property, this can also be used in high cholesterol levels. Honey can be mixed with either trikatu churnam. Trikatu is nothing but the chukku, melagu and tippali. Honey can be mixed and it can be used regularly. Otherwise, even for common cold and cough, honey can be used because it also has a tendency to increase the immunity power. Also, honey is useful even in ulcerative colitis, diarrhea, even in such conditions. In ulcerative colitis, because of its wound healing property, and also it has a tendency to scrape it and cleans the wounds and hence it is useful. So, can honey be useful even in infants, children, old age, pregnancy? Absolutely. Honey can be used in all age groups, whether from a child to an old age, even during pregnancy and during lactation time also. It has a tendency to even increase the immunity and it has a positive effect on the body. Honey is one of the very few medicines which should be taken on daily basis by everyone. It is extremely beneficial for the body. Hence, it is better to start using honey on regular basis. Thank you.